Hello, good morning, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my June favorites, and June has been a good makeup month, at least for me. I've discovered some products that are, not new to the makeup world, but for me, they're new and they become favorites. I also discovered some newer products, and yeah, I'm excited. It's been a good month, and if you guys are interested, continue watching. I do put some application, whatever I have on now. I will do cutaways of me applying it, talking about some of the good products that I have here. And yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe down below, and let's get started. So let's start with primers. I have one primer that I've discovered in June and became a favorite, and that is the Victoria Beckham Cellular Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer. Moisturizer. This is in golden, and this has just a beautiful golden glow. This has some skincare properties in it. It is expensive, so it better have some good skincare properties in there. And I heard of this before, I just never tried it, and I thought, why not? I tried the highlighter from her and put an order for this. I have a review on this one as well, and I really enjoy it. It is so beautiful on the skin that many times I just wear this by itself with a little concealer and I'm done. There's something so stunning about this product, the way it sits on the skin, the way it just meshes with your skin. It gives you that beautiful glow without it being too overwhelming, and I like that it gives me a little bit of bronze, so I really enjoy it. I feel bad for putting a foundation on top of this because it looks so pretty. Now I have been using the Caliray Just Add Drops, but I hate the packaging. I just really don't like it. This is how it's looking like. It just feels cheap. It feels like a medicine bottle. The pipette here is not good quality. It just kind of goes everywhere. And yeah, I just don't like the packaging. But I do like the product inside. It gives a lot more tint, like bronziness to the skin than the Victoria Beckham. This is like intense. I love mixing this with my foundations, and it gives every foundation I've mixed it with, it gives such a beautiful slip to the foundation when I apply it. It kind of meshes into my skin really well, and I found that it mixes well with, again, any foundation I've tried. So I do enjoy the product, hate the packaging. All right, moving on to foundations. I have still loved, in the beginning of June, my Caliray Tint Drops Skin Wellness Diffusing Tint. You shake this up, and then you have the applicator, and it's kind of like very watery. I've talked about this in my last favorites, I think, and I really like it. It is not the most glowy tint, which is, I think, why I like it so much, because it feels like my skin, like a natural finish. And I don't find it that it looks oily throughout the day. I actually find that it wears really pretty, and yeah, it just evens out my skin a little bit, and it becomes one with my skin. So I really like it. However, I have tried a few new foundations this month that I've really been enjoying. So let's talk about the Chanel Complexion Touch. Now this one I have tried before on camera. I have a full review on this, and I compared it with the water tint. This is a little bit more coverage than the water tint, and it has kind of the same properties. It doesn't have a scent, which is a huge factor I forgot to mention in my last video, but I've been liking it. You get less product. So this is the water tint, and this is the Complexion Touch. So you definitely get a less product. I like this. And I've used it quite a lot. However, I feel like the beauty of the water tint was that it was just nothing on the skin. yet it did so much. It was almost like a filter. It evened out the skin without covering any of the skin. And I think that this one is more dupable than the water tint. This one gives you more coverage. The rose ink is quite similar to this one. I still prefer this one over rose ink. I think it meshes into my skin better. I like the finished product more. But yeah, I think it's more dupable than the water tint, but I do enjoy it. I've used quite a bit. So I've only had it for like, what, a week and a half, and I've used quite a bit, and yeah, it's a good one. It's definitely a favorite this month. Now, I've been trying a little bit more Chanel products, and I am falling in love with Chanel. I wasn't a huge Chanel fan in the beginning. I think it's just, I didn't really know much about the product. I had this and that, but lately I've been just embracing the Chanel vibe, just everything about the brand. So I have tried this foundation right here. This is Le Beige Healthy Glow Foundation Hydration and Longwear. That is a very long title. This is popular. I feel like a lot of people love this product. It's what I'm wearing right now, and I love it too. This to me acts more as like a medium coverage. I can sheer it out to a light medium, but it has good coverage. And I really like the finish. The finish has a glow to it, but it's not too much. It's not something that you're gonna feel the foundation on. Like, I have it on right now. I did powder a little bit, but it's not sticky. It lasts really well throughout the day, and I really have been enjoying. I have also tried the Sublimage foundation. It's the one in like the little container, and I don't think I've tried a more beautiful, stunning foundation than that one. I had purchased it, but the color was just not right. They didn't have my perfect shade, which is B30, in stock, so I went with B40, and it was no bueno. It kind of looked a little pink, and I didn't love the color, but the product was stunning. I ended up returning it because that foundation is $135. Yes, it is a very expensive, but I'm not new to that kind of price point for foundation. My favorite foundation that I own is the Clé de Peau, and that one is about the same price. But I probably eventually will repurchase my Right Shake. They didn't have mine on stock, but I wanted to try this one and see what I think about it, and I really like it. Another foundation from Chanel that I wouldn't say rediscovered, because this has always been a favorite, but I've been reaching for quite a bit, is the Chanel No. 1. Such a stunning foundation. This is also B30. Overall, with Chanel, B30 is a good match for me. But this one is so light, so beautiful. It looks like nothing on the skin. It covers decently. I love it. So I've been using this mainly when I record, because it looks so good. And then the last one I want to touch on, because it really is a favorite, and it's a product that I still use. I've done a review. I think I did a full day wear test on it, and it has still stayed in my top foundation drawer, which is right next to me, and that is the Makeup Forever HD, the new formulated one. Just so reliable, so long wearing. It looks like skin. You wouldn't even know that I'm wearing something, and I like the versatility of this product. I can build it up. I can wear a very sheer coverage. Loving this. I love the natural finish. I would say matte natural, but it's not matte. It's not like drying or anything like that, but it's not a glowy. So let's just say that. But yeah, that I have used also. Concealer, only one, and that is the Huda Beauty. I have fallen in love with this. I've used it every single day since I tried it. Only one day I used the rose ink, and I wiped it off and put this one back on. There's just something about this concealer that is so stunning on my skin, and I've tried it on a couple other people, and it looked gorgeous. It's a fuller coverage, but if you don't use a lot, you can really, you know, play with the coverage, get more of a medium, feather it out. It is not a radiant concealer, but it has this, it almost moves with the skin. So throughout the day, it doesn't crease. It doesn't do anything that it shouldn't. Now, on initial application, I will have it crease a little bit under one of the heavier lines under my eyes. I pat that out and set it with a concealer, but even that does not bother me. As long as it doesn't move around and it doesn't look crepey or heavy, I don't mind a little creasing. But yeah, stunning concealer. I have it in 2 colors. I have it in 2.7 and then what was it, 4.3. Okay, now I have this powder to mention, and that is the Westman Atelier powder, and I wanted to kind of give my final thoughts on it. I've done a review on this, and you know, I didn't give it a bad review, but it wasn't just out of this world for how expensive it is. Is it stunning? Yes, it's beautiful, but so is my Kosas. However, the more I use it, the more I learn, I think, what this powder is meant to do. And I don't think it's meant to be this just setting powder. I think it's supposed to be more of a blurring, soft, almost cream-like finish. It really helps the pores blur. I love to put it on my forehead just to set my foundation pretty much. It doesn't matter how much I put, it will never ever look heavy. I mean, I'm literally rubbing this in, putting it all over my face, and it never looks too heavy. I like it. I have learned to like it more than I did in the beginning. Now, if you are oily, I don't think this is for you. I don't think this will do enough. This, even to me, I pack this one with me because I don't think it's very long lasting. I love the finish that it has overall, but I do find that I get like shinier throughout the day, and I am more on the normal to dry. So, you know, it has its purpose. It's pretty, but not very long lasting. Bronzers. Has this not been the month of bronzers? I have already done a review or ranking all the new bronzers that I've tried, and I'm going to talk about 4 real quick that I have reached a lot for. Makeup by Mario, no surprise here. I have talked so much about this product. It is so unique, so stunning, very, very sheer. It feels like you're rubbing like butter, like cold butter. That's exactly the feeling that I have. But it doesn't stay oily. It becomes quite just soft and watery almost. It's so bizarre. Yes, I love this one. This is in light medium, and this is for my everyday kind of makeup. Even if I want to, you know, put a little bit more makeup than just mascara, I can still reach for this because it gives me enough. The color is really beautiful. It's a neutral color. I want to pick up the medium shade as well. This one right here is the light medium, and I really think I could pull off the medium shade as well because it blends in. Like, look at that. Very sheer, but love, love, love this one so much. Probably the biggest surprise from all the bronzers. Next one is NARS. This was a surprise too because this is quite popular, and I don't tend to gravitate towards super popular products. But this one is so good. If you are not a huge cream product, this is great. Actually, all the ones that I'm going to share with you are really, really good for just people that are trying to dabble into cream bronzers. This has a thicker consistency, and it has quite a lot of pigment initially, but once you blend it out, it blends out so, so beautiful. Like, look at that. If you keep blending, it'll will be like this soft bronziness. I have mine Laguna 02, which is I think the original, and I really enjoy it. Rose Ink is another one. This is the one that I've used today, and I have been really enjoying this one with this brush. This is from BK Beauty, Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the 507, which is actually a couple of these brushes from BK Beauty, from Angie Hot and Flashy, I really enjoy. This is the 504, and this is a beautiful, like smaller, almost blending brush, but it's almost kind of like a pencil brush. I really like the size of this one. So these two have really become favorites. I looked, I want to say like 15 minutes for this brush because I took it with me on a job and I got back home and I wanted to do my makeup and I'm like, well, I need that brush. So yeah, I really like this one because it's not too dense, but it's dense enough to blend in a bronzer. I like the angle, and yeah, I think it's great. Anyway, back to Rose Ink. I wanted to mention the BK Beauty brush because I love the way it works with the Rose Ink, and the Rose Ink is more of a powdery feel. Yeah, it reminds me of the Chanel one, but look at that undertone. That's so beautiful. It's a beautiful kind of neutral undertone, and I really like it. It's, again, what I'm wearing today. Blends in so softly. It's not too pigmented where you have to like be careful, but it's pigmented enough that it shows up and it can be built on itself. So loving that one. And then last is the Chanel. Of course, I really love this one. So it's looking like it's definitely a more warm bronzer on me. This also has a slip to it. It becomes kind of powdery once you blend it in, almost a velvety, but it has more of a slip and oiliness to it than the Rose Ink, and I love it. I think it's stunning, blends in super softly, very elegant. I have no issues with it. All right, blushes. I have been into pink blushes. I have discovered the Dior, what is this? Backstage Rosy Glow, and I've just been loving it. So I've been picking up some other like really pinky lavendery blushes. Look at this bright color. So stunning. And it turns on my skin so unique. Isn't this supposed to be kind of be universal where it works with everybody's skin tone and it turns a little bit? Could be wrong, but I'm going to add just a little bit. I'm going to take another BK Beauty 103 and oh, this has a mirror. I didn't even know I had a small mirror. So I'm going to add a little bit here. Oh, so stunning. I will add a different blush on this side, even though I already have a blush, but I wanted to show you guys just how pretty it is. I think it works on my skin. I think a lot of people could pull it off. And yeah, I know this is a cult following and I finally picked it up and I really enjoy it. Because of that, I had picked up another lavendery pinky color, and that is from the Pat McGrath new blush duo, and this is Venetian Sunrise, and it's this one right here. That's kind of what it like made me want to purchase it, and I'm gonna put this one on this side. I think if anything, this is a little softer on the skin than this one. They're both beautiful, but they did remind me of each other. So, you know, if this one sold out, definitely try this one from Pat McGrath. Now, I was disappointed in her other color that I got, which is Paradise Glow. I already have this from her old collection, and I was very disappointed. This color right here, I think it's the actual Paradise Venus color, and they added this one, but no. I feel like that was kind of sneaky, and she should have told us that that was the same color. And then this one I really enjoyed, but honestly, this whole release was not my favorite. However, I found a good one right here, very unique, and the other colors all kind of looked like the colors I already own from her collection, so I was a little disappointed. Now, the blush that I had before is this one from RMS Beauty. I have purchased this one because I was watching Charlotte H something. I will butcher her name. I'll link her down below, but she is hilarious and I just love her. But she used one of these blushes and I literally paused the video, went, ordered my blush, came back and finished watching. But the one I picked is the French Rosé, and it has this beautiful just shimmer to it, but it's not as intense as it swatches, at least on my skin. I need to build it up, which I actually really like. It has this most beautiful sheen, and the more I build it up, again, the sheen shows through. The rosiness is almost like a baby, just fresh, healthy glow. I want more shades. There's a peach one that I really want to try, but I really enjoy the formula. The packaging is really nice. They're refillable, which is also always great. Not that I ever go through it, but yeah, that was another favorite. We are kind of almost done, actually. We have a highlighter. What is it? Right here. Victoria Beckham highlighter. Could there be a better suited highlighter for me besides the Westman Atelier Peau de Pêche? I think this is the one. I adore this highlighter. Everything is perfect in my opinion. Even the bullet applicator is actually quite practical because I just rub my finger on it and then dab it in the high points of my cheeks, and it works. It's easy, fast. I don't have to overthink it. Anybody could use this color. It's kind of like a see-through base, and it is stunning. I don't find that it stays too sticky on the skin. It never dries down completely, but it's not like your hair gets caught in on your cheek. But I love everything about this. I love the packaging. I love the color. I just love this product. And then I have been getting back on my Peau de Pêche highlighter. This is an old favorite. I mean, I literally was using this almost every single time I did my makeup. Still loving it. Still just stunning. Yeah, there's literally no negative except the packaging. I hate the opening of this one. So moving on to the eyes, I have 3 eyeshadow palettes that I kind of want to share with you guys. I'm going to start with what I have on my eyes right now, and that is this Tom Ford Body Heat quad. I have gotten this one at a cosmetic company store. I think I paid either $22 or $44 for it, but I would pay full price for this one. It is so beautiful. It has that wet to dry formula. It's a competitor to my honeymoon quad, which I love so much. I would say that this is a little bit more muted than the honeymoon one. Here is the honeymoon and here is Body Heat, and you can see that honeymoon is just a little brighter, a little bit more intense, and this is just a little bit more softer, maybe even a little bit more cool tone than this one. This is more, these colors right here are more bronzy, and then these right here, this is definitely a more brighter, like, you know, white color. It has a pinky-ish undertone. It's not too pinky though, it's beautiful. And then this one right here has a little bit of lavender in. I would say that you can't do a ton of different looks with these quads. You can definitely choose to leave one of the, you know, brighter shades out and go more mute, or, you know, bring that brighter shade forward and emphasize that. But I love the wet to dry formula. The second you wet this shadow, it becomes almost like a cream. So you get two different textures in one. And I love the undertones. I love the blendability. And every time I wear one of his, these wet to dry formula looks, everybody's asking me what is on your eyes. I think there's just something about these shadows that like are mesmerizing to the people, and they really want to know how you achieve that look. And it's so easy, so fast. I've been really enjoying this one. The other eyeshadow palette is the Anastasia eyeshadow palette. I've done 5 looks, I think, or 4 with this palette. I can't remember. This is my favorite Anastasia palette ever. Like I said it, I like it even more than Makeup by Mario collaboration that they had. To me, it's perfect, honestly. The only thing that I mentioned in my review as well is this Isle shade. To me, for my skin tone, I wish it was just a little bit less golden peachy. Like there's some sort of an undertone that I can't really use it to highlight, but I mixed it with this one right here and it's all good. Now these are very powdery and they have a lot of kickoff. Mostly the shimmers, they are very powdery. This one right here, that one right there, like look at that, how stunning is that. That is Lily right here that I've used so much. This one right here is almost the most beautiful, like water tealy greenish color right there. It reminds me of a Natasha Denona one. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, I love everything about it, but again, you may want to do your eyes first because it is quite powdery. That does not bother me. It's not too powdery where it makes a huge mess. Like I think the Crimson palette, the one that they had before, was just a little bit too messy for me. This I can do. All right, moving on to lips. This is the Refi Lip Sculptor in Taupe. I have had so many questions on my Instagram. What are you wearing on your lips? And it was this one. I absolutely love it. It has this lip liner. The color is absolutely stunning. It works with my skin tone really, really well. It's not too pink. It's not too brown. It's perfect. And then it has this like gel thing that you're putting on top of it to kind of seal it and at the same time give you a little bit of moisture, and I just love this. This gives me more of that 90s lip vibe and I love it. It lasts a very long time. Now the lip liner is not the most creamiest lip liner. I've heard some people say that it kind of broke on them. I have not had that issue. I mean it'll stay on. This will stay on, like it's not going anywhere, but well, I just put some eyeshadow on it, but it's not hard where I can't apply it easily. Like I have no issues with it, but I wouldn't say it's as soft as my Lisa Eldridge ones, for example, but I do prefer this formula in general because I have more control over the lip liner and it doesn't go anywhere. Another big release were this Fenty lip stains. I have done a full review on this. I've done a reel on Instagram if you want to go check it out, and I love them. These are very long lasting. The trick that I have learned is that you want to apply first the lip product, let it stay just for like 10 seconds, wipe it off and reapply it again, and that thing will not move all day long. Even when I ate like kind of heavier foods like oily, it may fade a little bit, but it fades so soft and naturally, and I just love it. And I love that it's these bright colors that, you know, I can kiss my kids, you know, on their cheeks and it doesn't just come off. My favorite is definitely the deepest one. I think it's the 04 Berry Banger, and then the orangey one, which is Zesty Bestie. Those are my two favorite, but honestly, I really enjoy all of them. I'm gonna swatch them real quick. That way I won't be able to take them off. So these are the 4 shades that she came out with. And I really like this one right here and then this one right here. These are nice too. They're very nice. Mostly this pink one, if you want more of a neutral, it's not neutral, but more of a wearable look. This pink one is nice because once it wipes off, it looks nice. I wish she will come with some nude options because these do not dry my lips out whatsoever. They stay on all day, they look beautiful, they fade nicely, and yeah, I just want more colors. I want more nudes, more brownies. These are perfect for summer, so I think that was a good release just overall for summer, but yeah, I'm looking forward to more options. So that's kind of the stain, so I just wiped this off, and that is the same stain that's going to be on your lips once the glossiness goes away. One last thing I wanted to mention is this little thing from BK Beauty. I know I've talked so much about BK Beauty lately, but I've just discovered them and I have really fallen in love with them. And they sent me this, and guys, this is so beautiful. It just feels nice. It feels just luxurious. And then inside it comes with some brushes, and these are some of my favorite brushes that I use daily. This one right here is a 101. It's the exact same at the top as my big one. And then the 107 that I have talked about using this with cream bronzers, amazing. So you get one of those and then 3 eyeshadow brushes, and it's amazing. I'm gonna give these away to my sister because she needs brushes because I already own all these. I'm keeping this. It's so nice, and I think it's just good to go. It feels nice, luxurious, and I thought that this was a really good just overall gift or travel kit because the brushes are the exact same as the long handle, and honestly many times I prefer shorter handles. It's just easier. It's just easier in general, but I thought I would mention this because I think it's beautiful. And that is all for today. I would love to hear your thoughts down below on some of the products. What was your favorite product in June? Now July, I am going to try to do a low buy, maybe no buy. If there's this big new release that I'm like really interested in reviewing, I'll do that. But I'm trying to reduce July to very minimal makeup, just use whatever I have and just do more interesting videos. Maybe, I don't know, a husband does my makeup with drinks. That would be fun. I mean, Andrew sucks at makeup, so that should be fun. I have asked you guys on YouTube for video ideas, and you guys have given me so many good ideas. So I have a ton of videos prepared for July, and I'm excited for them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.